Whatever it is, it's heavy. Okay, tell us what's going on.
We're heading to our next adventure, and it's a little windy out. Not real windy, but when you're driving a big old brick, it's windy. So we're cruising along at 50-ish, 5-ish, someplace around there, and if I'm 10 and 2, it's about to get real. So we're just kind of cruising on, and the whole idea right now is we're going to head into a place called Ridgecrest and go to the Wally World and pick up a new water pump, because ours ain't pumping. It's giving a little droop. It's like an 80-year-old man right now.
Little drizzle.
Little dribble.
Little dribble.
In 1 mile, turn right onto South China Lake Boulevard.
Right now, we're gonna get to Walmart and fix the dribble. Hopefully, actually, we're just gonna get the water pump and keep on going, and then we'll install it at our next place. And hopefully, we have everything. If not, Lone Pine has a pretty cool auto parts store, so they'll have clamps or anything else we might need. So we're heading that way, which is where all the mountains are, which is where all the wind is.
Onward.
Onward. So far, so good. We're almost to Diaz Lake, where we're heading. We passed Olancha, which is kind of where all the bad winds are. I don't think we hit that much wind, if any. We did swerve a little bit, but that might have been me, tires, or me. So we're just going to keep on going. We did bypass the 395 is new, and it goes on the other side of the water thing, DWP stuff. So we went through downtown Olancha, which is the old road basically. And the guy that lives in Olancha, our friend, said, I pay him monthly, said that the new freeway up higher hits a lot more wind, so we didn't want to take the chance this time. So maybe coming home we'll try the new highway. If not, we'll just go through Olancha, and there's a little jerky place called Gus's, which is supposed to be real good. We didn't stop there, but we're just going to keep on driving, and we'll hit you up when we get to Diaz Lake.
Well, good morning. We're on day, I think, 2 or 3 of Diaz Lake. And we've been fishing, not catching anything. The last I talked to you guys about was we were in Ridgecrest trying to get a water pump for the RV, and we couldn't find one. Nothing was open. That was Sunday. So coming here, the water pump is kind of working. We looked at it, and it looks like it's leaking from a little tiny bolt. So I'm thinking maybe the gasket or the plastic part of the pump is actually cracked. But it's still pumping water, and just not great. And it seems to only leak water out of that crack when you shut off the pump, or when it pressurizes. No, when you shut it off, when it pressurizes. So I'm thinking while it's running, it's probably sucking air because it's not leaking water. So we're gonna just keep going, and when we get back home, then we'll replace it, because I don't want to pull it all apart here to try to see what it is when I don't have anything to fix it with, and it's still working, so we're still able to do it. We got a couple more days here, and then after that we're gonna head back to work, I guess. Start doing some, I don't know what we're working on, but we're doing that. So this is a beautiful sunrise we have going on here at Diaz Lake. Diaz Lake. So I'm going to turn the camera around so you guys can enjoy that, and we'll see you guys in a little bit. We don't know what we're doing today. We're gonna fish. We're gonna, or we call it baiting because we don't catch any fish. We just throw bait into the water and nothing seems to happen. So if you guys have any pointers on how to fish, because we suck at it, but we're having fun, so that's all that matters. So see you guys on the next update. Well, we're gonna try fishing today. We've tried too many times. I'm going to kind of take you guys down to the lake. I've been trying for about 20 minutes now, and so far nothing. Of course, I was only casting like 3 feet out, and Chris was casting 60 until her line broke, and then I think she went 100. But we got our time-lapse camera set up so you guys can watch us do nothing. So I decided to put 3 more split shot on my worm and see what that does. Chris is casting with a, I think it's called a Cast Master.
I don't know. It's a shiny thing. It does shiny thing stuff. Fish don't seem to like it though.
If the fish are anything like her, they'll go after shiny objects. So it's a murky lake, so I think they say to use murky stuff. It doesn't make sense. You'd think you'd want to use bright and shiny. But maybe she could cast out there and catch her own line that broke off. So I'm going to go ahead and throw some cast. You guys will see it on the fast time-lapse stuff. But we'll get back to you. This is Diaz Lake. It was named after a family that owns a ranch that this property is actually on. They sold the rights of this property to the Department of Water and Power. At least some say they sold it. Some say that it was swindled from them. That's another story. But Diaz Lake was made from a spring, a natural spring, that was cracked open from an earthquake. It was known as a Lone Pine earthquake. This earthquake completely shook California. More on that in a bit.
Want the duckies? Huh? You can't have the duckies. Stay with more fish, huh? Okay. Giving you attitude, huh? Oh, stay over here.
Anytime we take Chris someplace, she always seems to find something. She always says the desert, in this case, the lake, will provide. So she went out there and recovered somebody else's fishing line. One thing that's amazing is the Diaz sunrises. We had a full day, a good day of catching, throwing our rod out. We caught this many fish. And we pretty much fished all day. So either we just really suck, or fish aren't biting, or I don't know what it is. But in the background, you could start to see the shadows of Mount Whitney. Those are pretty cool. We're about ready to eat dinner. We're gonna watch a little bit of a movie, and I don't know what we're gonna do. We might go out and fish a little bit tonight, but what you're hearing right now is fighter pilots. They fly over this area, so it's pretty cool. If you can see them, you hear them, rare to see them. So I will show you, actually I'm too close to show you anything. Tomorrow we'll show you Mount Whitney. And tomorrow we're going to go up further north, trying to see if we could find more fish. We went to the local bait shop and asked him, how do you catch fish at this lake? And he said, go to a different one. So I guess it's common not to be able to catch fish here. So we're going to head up a little more north to, I forgot what he said, what campground it is, but we've been there before. And we're not going to leave this campground. We're just going to drive up there, fish for the day, and then come back. So it'll be a little more of a eventful day, a little more driving and stuff. But just another look at the lake for you guys. And if we come back out, we'll see you in the morning. Wait. If we come back out, we'll show you some of that. If not, we'll see you in the morning. Imagine 2:30 in the morning. Your house, the whole entire area, jumps up 15 to 20 feet in a right lateral movement of 35 to 40 feet. You can't run and grab your flashlight. You can't run and turn on the electricity. This was back in the days to where when it's dark, it's dark. 2:30 in the morning, you're praying that there's a full moon so you can see where to run. This whole entire area has just been devastated. If you were one of the lucky ones, your house is still standing. Out of 80 structures, only a couple survived. Those were all made out of wood. There was only one adobe wall still left standing. This earthquake was one of the biggest California has ever had. It was a 7.4 to a 7.9 with a maximum Mercalli intensity of X, which is extreme. It was one of the most powerfulest earthquakes to hit California in recorded history, and was similar in strength to the 1906 San Francisco earthquake. 27 people were killed and 56 were injured. The earthquake happened on a Tuesday morning and leveled almost all of the buildings in Lone Pine and nearby settlements. Of the estimated 250 to 300 inhabitants of Lone Pine, 27 are known to have perished, and 52 of the 59 houses were destroyed. One report states that the main buildings were thrown down in almost every town in Inyo County, about 130 kilometers, 81 miles south of Lone Pine at Indian Wells. Adobe houses sustained cracks. Property loss has been estimated at $250,000. That's equivalent to about $6,500,000 nowadays. As in many earthquakes, adobe, stone, and masonry structures fared worse than wooden ones, prompting the closing of nearby Camp Independence, which was an adobe structure that was destroyed in the earthquake. The quake was so big, it was felt strongly as far away as Sacramento, all the way down to San Diego, even all the way up to Red Bluff and in Nevada. The quake was so big and so extensive that people were running out into the street, jumping out of bed in Sacramento. Extensive rock slides in what is now Yosemite National Park. It woke up a naturalist, John Muir. At that time, he was living in Yosemite Valley, who reportedly ran out of his cabin shouting, "A noble earthquake, a noble earthquake," and then promptly made a moonlit survey of the fresh talus piles. This earthquake stopped clocks and awakened people all the way down to San Diego. Red Bluff all the way to the north, and Elko in Nevada. The shock was felt over most of California and much of Nevada. Thousands of aftershocks occurred, some severe. Just think about that. The ground actually dropping 15 to 20 feet. I don't think I've ever seen an earthquake that big. I don't think I want to.
Hi, Ricky. So tell us, what have you caught today?
Absolutely nothing.
But
But I'm doing better than the other half. She's lost.
I only lost 2 lures so far. Today. We're not counting the other days. And the balls.
What happens at Diaz stays at Diaz?
Yes. Definitely. Do you need me to
The
take...
fish too.
Yeah.
They stay at Diaz. Something's wrong when you fish for 7 days and you don't catch anything. Not even a nibble, nothing.
No, I did have a nibble. I had a nibble.
Prove it. You didn't see?
Okay, I'll walk that out for you.
That's it.
You sure?
Yeah.
Because you don't get very far with that. Mm-hmm.
It's about where you walked in.
Yeah, but then I throw it way farther than you.
Yep. But if there's no fish here, there's no fish there.
There's fish. They jump out all the time and they laugh and then they go back down. Well, at least Barkley's comfortable. Her little hole that she dug next to the chair. Back to Ricky, catching nothing. It's all part of the fun though, right?
It is.
It is.
Feed Sandy.
All right.
So when the whole entire Owens Valley dropped 20 feet, 18 miles of it. A new spring opened up, causing water to fill the lowland. And that lowland was the Diaz Ranch. They established their ranch back here as brothers. They immigrated from Chile in the 1860s. They owned and operated a successful ranch here, raising cattle and some say sheep, until the land was sold off to, you guessed it, DWP. Now, I've heard stories that it really wasn't sold off, because when one of the Diaz brothers passed away, the sole survivor was very young, signed some papers to some lady, and now it's owned by DWP.
Whatever it is, it's heavy. The shoe. I caught a damn shoe.
Well, now you got to try to find the other pair.
Yeah.
LADWP. The way they bought property back then was basically, you want water to your ranch, you want water to your crops, you want water to your house, you need to sell off portions of your ranches. So they were kind of known to be, kind of pushy. Representatives often use dummy corporations to secretly buy land and water rights, leading to many landowners to be unaware they were actually selling to the same entity. By controlling water rights, they limited the water available for irrigation, forcing residents to sell their properties at unfavorable terms. The result of these acquisitions is the LADWP currently owns approximately 90% of the private land in Inyo County and encompasses the Owens Valley. So that's why a lot of the transactions were legally sales. They were conducted using methods that many residents and their descendants consider to be a form of swindling or downright theft.
I caught a pair of glasses. They came off, but I got them.
At least you're catching something.
I'm on a roll this morning. Wow.
Well, good morning. This is pretty much our last day here. And we've been fishing for 5 days now, and maybe 7. I haven't caught one fish. Not even, maybe some nibbles, but we're not sure. Just nothing. Got to go back to fabrication and painting, I guess. But Diaz Lake never disappoints. It's a nice place to camp. We've caught a couple fish here, but not many. We haven't been here when it's really, really cold out, and I think that's what this lake likes, is colder weather. But it's great just to get out of the valley and be able to do a little adventure up here. We did go all the way up to Taboose, where we did see some more fish, but we didn't catch any. So they say that Diaz is too warm of a lake. So if we come back in maybe January, February, maybe we'll catch some. If not, we're going to probably head it further up into
Bishop or something like that. So I'll throw some more video of us casting or baiting. And that's about it.
So driving around this area, you notice DWP owns a lot of the land, and a lot of it is fenced off. You're not allowed to go on it. So I guess we're lucky that they leased the land to Inyo and allow them to have a campground here at Diaz Lake. One of these days it might be shut down. So make sure you go up there, support the area of Lone Pine, because they've been hammered by LADWP. And enjoy the lakes while you can. Because if you notice as you're driving up to Diaz Lake, a lot of the waterways are all fenced off. I sure hope we can keep on coming up to Diaz Lake and enjoying it. Because as you can see, it is really beautiful.
Catch a fish about that size and tell Sid don't eat it all at once.
Perfect.
Throw it and retrieve it. Throw it.
Set it and forget it.
That's when you got.
I mean, completely forget it.
The fishing shows it's 1, 2, 3 catch. 1, 2, 3 catch. This is 295 maybe, probably 500.
And then lose a lure.
Yeah. You get all excited because you feel these tugs, and then you realize it's just all the plant life that's in here. So we can fish consistently for six days basically, and not catch one thing. It's like putting your finger on top of a nail, hitting it with a hammer, and then doing it again and again and again and again. One thing we haven't tried is live bait. And that's kind of what the Fish and Game guy was saying. He said your night crawlers are going to be your best bet. But he said right now trout's real limited. Bass, catfish, and carp, he said, are your basic fish that are in here that are catching.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not catching anything.
No, none of them. None of them like us.
He also said try bread, balled up bread on the hook. He said that'll catch your carp and catfish.
Okay. I'll get right on balling up some bread.
We don't eat bread anymore.
I know.
It's about drinking time. Adult beverage time. It's casting's for the fish.
All right, try it one more time.
One more time. They're just not happy.
One more time. Huh?
Which way?
That way. Yeah. Come on, babe. I feel good about this one. It's gonna be the one. Ah, nuts.
One more for bad luck.
Okay. Anticipation is killing me. All right, adult beverage time. Primo Customs Adventures. Signing off empty-handed. Again.
So I might as well show you guys our campground. This is our little camping spot. And that's our RV. The spots are really deep. They go way back in there, and then they come all the way to there. So, I mean, if you wanted to come here and set up a tent and easy up and a whole bunch of other stuff, you got plenty of room. And we're choking up on the spot. I mean, as you can see, the road is all the way up there. So this is technically all our spot. So we could have pulled the RV straight back. We just turned it sideways. So that way when we look out the window, we're looking at that. So this is kind of our view. I know you guys are looking directly into the sunlight, but that's where the lake is. And if we turn around, I don't know if you guys can see that mountain range right back there, but that is Mount Whitney. And then if we go all the way around to the other side and look into the sun again, that mountain range is where Cerro Gordo is. So if you guys haven't checked out that channel, that's a YouTube channel. Some guy bought a mine up there and he's up there living in it. It's pretty good videos. Something interesting to watch. So we're gonna get on to fishing today. We're calling it fishing, but this is our last day here, as I told you guys earlier. So I think we'll catch a fish. We're trying to catch one for our next door neighbor. He eats a lot of fish, and why not have fresh trout from Diaz Lake? I don't know if that happens, but we'll give it a shot. So I'm going to go finish up my coffee, and then maybe make a little breakfast, and then start doing that. See you guys in a bit. Can't even hook my pole. Last cast. We're gonna be heading home in the morning. We fished, I don't know how many hours, probably at least 20 hours. And nothing. Not one fish. We lost a couple lures and bait and hooks and weights and all that stuff. But so this is basically what we've been doing for the last 7 days. 6 days-ish. It's been awesome. It's great to get out of the shop, relax a little bit. We just came from an event that we'll be showing on YouTube also. It was a cancer run, and we did a kind of a GPS scavenger hunt, poker run type deal. So it was great. We're gonna head in now, cook some dinner, maybe watch a little TV, and we're thinking about maybe the fish jump out. They jump out of the water, but they don't want what we got. So we're gonna head up there, and then kind of clean up tonight and head out. So I'll show you a little bit of hooking up the Jeep and how we tow it. That's about it. So we're gonna head on up to the motorhome.
So of course, we get to our Jeep and it won't start. Completely dead battery. We've been fighting a battery issue for a little while. Something was causing it to drain. But as you can see, camping at Diaz, it really seems more like a kind of a stop as you drive through and kind of camp overnight, because we didn't have too many campers next to us really almost all week. I would say that most of them were an overnight stay. So Diaz really doesn't seem to be a destination, at least at not this time of year. But I can see why with the way the fishing is. Most people probably want to go up to Bridgeport or, up by that direction. But camping is super affordable here. There's a lot of stuff to do in the area. You could go up to Cerro Gordo. You could go to Reward Mine. You have all the film areas that back in the olden days and even up to today, they still film in the Lone Pine area. There is a Hollywood museum in town that we haven't been to yet, but we plan on doing that one of these times up here. They do allow fires here, and so far it hasn't really been seasonal. They do have the fire rings, and a couple of them actually have like a little barbecue kind of fire, something you'd take coals and throw coals in there. But there is a ranger or camp host basically that comes through, checks to make sure everything's good. It's been a very clean and I would say safe campground to be at. There doesn't seem to be too much riffraff. It would be a great place to bring the kids, throw them in the water, and maybe they can catch some fish. They do allow boats, but it's seasonal. You're allowed to bring a kayak or a canoe or a rowboat, and that's allowed year-round. But for a regular motorized boat, it is seasonal. Lone Pine has a really nice store. They also have a hotel. They have a great auto parts store, so if you have any problems, you have the auto parts store right there. And they have a couple gas stations, although they're priced like they're in the boondocks. So make sure you grab extra fuel. Take a couple cans if you can, that way you don't need to fill up in that area. For us, Mojave on the way home has better gas prices, so we'll stop there on the way home. This is camping at its best.
Well, that's it for the adventure this week. Next week, we don't know where we'll be. Probably doing something in the shop.
Probably.
But we got our fishing out. We're all good on fishing for at least a day, 2,
Yeah.
maybe 3 days. So we're all hooked up, as you guys just saw. We're gonna hit the road, and we'll probably be back up here, I don't know, a couple months, maybe a little bit longer.
Hopefully.
But we're gonna come up when fish seem to be hungry, not when they're hibernating, I guess you'd call it.
Yeah.
So we'll see you on the next adventure.
Thank you for watching.
Barkley says, please like and subscribe.
Please.
And leave comments if you guys know better fishing, better techniques, you guys saw some of what we were doing. Let us know how you guys fish, and maybe we can adapt that and be better off.
'Cause we're still learning.
Yeah, we're definitely learning. All right, see you guys later.
Bye. Should have cleaned the windshield. Again. So we're heading home. Leaving Diaz Lake. Forgot to clean the windshield again. Does nothing for the dog's nose prints on the inside. This really is a beautiful entrance into Diaz, or in this case, exit. This pasture over here usually has a bunch of mules in it. I don't know if we'll see them. Oh, it looks like they might be up there. Just so beautiful with the color changing leaves. The manager up here wants to do a lot of new improvements. Let's hope he can get the budget for it. Because this place, it's beautiful, but it needs to be, what would you say, just more reeds taken out?
More reeds. He was talking about putting campsites on the other side. Yeah, more reeds, campsite on the other side. You wanted to do a dump station here,
which would be nice.
better picnic tables, and better fire rings.
And they're putting in a little dog park, which is nice. But hopefully they won't run out of money. And here we are coming up on the mules. Barkley likes the mules. We call them donkey dogs because she likes donkey dogs. So donkeys and mules are donkey dogs, and horses are ponies, and everything else are kitties. Oh, the pretty mule. Yeah, you see the mules? The donkey dogs? You see the donkey dogs? Gee, don't go nowhere. And don't fly out the window. Yeah, say hi. Barkley's got her head out the window. It's not focusing. Oh, say hi. You say bye. Bye-bye. She loves her some donkey dogs. Huh. Did you see the donkey dogs? Okay. Calm down. Cookie, calm down. You're messing with mommy's camera here. Sounds like the jets are up and going again.
If you guys come up here, make sure that you have a fishing license, because we saw a fishing game twice. And right now we're dealing with the government shutdown, and they're still coming up here. So just make sure you have it. It's 65 bucks, not a big deal. And the ticket, I want to say the ticket's either $250 or $500. So it's worth it to get that you know, the
Protection.
protection. And Lone Pine, the bait store, sells one. If you just wanted to come up here for a day or something, you can grab one just for a day. And you could ask him, and he's really knowledgeable on what bites where, and what type of fish and what type of bait and stuff to use. So it's worth it to at least stop in and say hi and grab a little jar of bait or something just to help keep that store alive, because he helps us out.
Yeah. Answers all your questions. Say goodbye to Diaz. Over there is where the playground and dog park are going to be, and pretty cool. Out on the highway. Onward. Camera go jiggling.
Stabilizer is.
People actually think they're getting off the freeway, I guess, maybe. Shoot. Damn.
We're all slowing down for
Because they got to go around. They're all merging.
look at this close. Fire.
Damn, that's hot. Holy shit.
Thanks for watching.